Like, maybe I'm wrong, but... Doing the red phase of the street, we do that again. Nah, I'm already past it, it's too late. Boop, boop. Okay, I spend my entire time setting up formation. I'm just gonna see what's good. Right, we have the goat! Oh, I forgot we have the goat! I'm just gonna assume my formation's good and move on, because I spent like 5 years trying to do that formation last time. The underworld entrance. Mill stream. Now that we've just moved on. Very cute. Go. Carefully. Please be very careful. I know. I'll try not to run into any rocks. I thought I'd be coming back to the underworld like this. I'm surprised the path we used to get to the surface is still usable, too. Deep. Listen, I understand, but you gotta rest up so you can have as much energy as possible when try drops. Have a good one, 11. Place is close to the surface. I bet no one ever bothered to come plug the hole. Whoa. Whoa. This place is even darker and more depressing than I expected. Clearly gonna reflect the personalities of the yokai who live here. We just finish up down here and get out before we run into anyone. Yep, we're just gonna clean up shop and not have to do any fights. Well, this is a surprise. I would expect that you two Crotango would be jumping with joy over the chance to interview new people. I thought about some, but I just can't work up the mood for it. Now we're breaking the non-interference pact, we should remain on our best behavior. To be very cautious about this. Is this non-interference pact of yours really so important? Hey, we didn't break the pact. They sent spirits up to the surface. Don't look at me. And again, we don't know much about what kind of place the underworld is. But it's simply, the underworld is a subterranean realm isolated from the surface. Broke it anyway. Yeah, we broke it briefly, and then they broke it too. Like, we just fought a bunch of spirits out of hot springs, so. Its origins can be traced back to when the Oni all left the surface en masse to settle in the ruins of hell. All of them? Does that include you too, Suika? Yeah, I guess. This place was supposed to be a new home for the Oni. Nowadays, it's just a nest for all the most hated yokai. Why are they all so universally hated? There are all manner of them. In some cases, no one likes them because of their powers. In others, their very existence is shunned. The one commonality that they share is that they find it difficult to coexist with the humans above ground. Whether through their power or by instinct, their mere presence on the surface would cause harm. Had we not segregated them, Kitsuki's continued existence would have been jeopardized. I see. It was a means of crisis management. Very prudent. There are many books that describe how dangerous the underworld yokai are. Isn't that reasoning biased towards surface dwellers? Sure, there must be some yokai with good in them in the underworld too. Maybe so, but at the very least, the non-interference pact was a mutual agreement from both sides. There wasn't a unilateral expulsion of those who would be inconvenient to Gensokyo. So you could just walk around wherever they like anyway. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Stop either of them? You can't stop Koishi. And well, like, what are you gonna do? Stop Suika? She's just gonna drink and punch you. I couldn't say how the underworld yokai feel about the issue, and I have no intention of making excuses for it. Oop, wrong button. However, I'll admit that as a result, we've been unable to establish cordial relations. Thought you didn't have any better options. Must be tough being the manager. I'd say so. Anyway, that's the sort of dangerous place we'll be trespassing in. We need to be even more vigilant than usual. If we run into any underworld yokai, allow me to negotiate first. You should have passed that on to everyone we have out scouting. Will do. I hope morale doesn't drop in the cold, though. It's freezing. Crying out loud. Isn't this where the hot spring was coming from? Shouldn't it be warmer? Hey, there's a bat flying around over there. Where? What kind of lasers it shoots? Settle down, you two. We're not here to play. Why not? It's the first time we've been to the underworld. The sounds really echo nicely down here. I bet it would be a great place to sing. Should I sing? Can't believe I never thought of that. An all-natural music venue. Good grief, something tells me that won't be happening. Don't forget to keep an eye on your surroundings. This is a trap, then it's possible we'll be ambushed. Right, just a bit further and the cave should start to open up. Know your stuff. Oh right, didn't you come down here before or something? Correct, although at first we were just lost and didn't realize that this was the underworld. By the time we noticed, the Loki yokai had already taken care of us and we ended up fighting. Taking notice of us, excuse me. Heard about the viciousness of the grapevine, but sounds like it's really true. So, what were the monsters you saw like? Were they wearing skulls on their necklaces or branching sickles and chains? What exactly are you imagining? Well, I've only heard stories about the place. I've never actually seen it for myself. It wasn't spiked pauldrons and leather or anything. It was actually pretty normal. I mean, sure, the first ones we met were a bucket yokai, and that one's Tsuchigumo. Yeah, her name was the Yamame. You gotta be careful around her. Oh, is it someone Notori knows then? Tsuchigumo used to live on Yokai Mountain way back when. They're dangerous creatures that pollute our rivers. What a yokai, huh? Guess they have bug yokai down here too. Yokai was she? Since we're both bugs, maybe. She's not the kind that makes many friends. She possesses the power to control diseases. According to what I've read, she can freely inflict incurable infections. Ew! Yeah, no thanks. Still, I'd like to meet her at least once, since we're down here and all. If her power's dangerous, maybe we can reason with her. True, since some of us met her before and came away healthy, surely dialogue isn't out of the question. No way. Who knows what she'll do if you let your guard down. We've never gotten along with this Tsuchigumo, and I can guarantee they hate us right back. You're right, that really makes this complicated. If we do run into her, do whatever you like, but don't forget why we're down here. Focus on figuring out where the vengeful spirits are coming from. We still gotta clean up that mess. True, that's another reason to stay vigilant. I haven't seen this background before. It's crazy. I have resentment sinking into dark. Is it parsley time? Looks like... nope, no parsley. Looks like nothing's out of the ordinary. I'm hearing some weird rumors about the groundwater heating up down below, though. Hi again, Yamame. Find anything out on your end, Kasume? Nope, nothing unusual anyway. Finding a place where the ground is hot though. Maybe they messed up the adjustments down the ruins of Blazing Hell. Well, how about we stop worrying about it and just head home for the day? Oh, in that case, I found a blocked off old well nearby. Is it okay if I go check it out? If they're not, at least at the surface, then there'll be nothing but trouble. Huh? It really did open up. Right, first we need to check our surroundings. Hey, over there, that's... Yamame! It's a big boat from the direction of the surface! You can see that. Now, are those surface dwellers around it? Guess we got caught right away. Isn't that... Yeah, it's the Tsuchigumo we were talking about! Bridge, do you read me? Multiple underworld yokai sighted, dead ahead. Yes, copy that. We see them as well. Okay, what's the play? Can't exactly tell how they're gonna treat us. First, allow me. Someone came out. Can I talk to them for us, Yukari? Well, we certainly haven't come here to start a war with the underworld. Besides, I'm acquainted with those yokai. There should be ample room to negotiate. Sage at the surface! Can't believe you came this far down. It's been quite some time, Tsuchigumo Yamame Kurodani, and the Surube Otoshi Kasume. We haven't met since spring of last year. But do you remember me by any chance? Of course we do. It's not every day that we get a visitor like that. We're on an investigation that's taken us into the underworld. I'd like very much if you could let us pass by peacefully. Investigation? What could you need that many people to investigate? Currently, an unprecedented amount of vengeful spirits are erupting onto the surface from below ground. We believe that the cause of this lies in the underworld. Vengeful spirits on the surface? First I've heard of that. Aren't you using that as a lame excuse to keep an eye on the underworld? Not in the least. It's an emergency. It is the only reason. Surrounded by hellcrows, and they look angry. Seems our presence here has provoked the yokai. Too much surface stench here now. This was bound to happen. You're not supposed to be here, so go on and skedaddle. Can't just sit back and let you walk by. Ugh, seems like negotiations have broken down. Suppose violence is the only resolution left to us now. Okay, everybody, deploy! Information good. Check objectives. Defeat Yamame, Paladin defeated. Activate Yamame, Kasumi spell cards on the same turn. Let's get everybody in the same spot. That needs to be... Lynn, there she is. Right, we got some new visitors. Some new people to be checking out. I prefer to settle this with reasonable discussion. It's almost as if we're being rejected out of instinct rather than through reason. You people just don't learn. You waltz in the underworld like you own the place. We beat you up last time. I just want to remember that. I'll give you an underworld welcome. Enjoy it on your way to the next life. Okay, they don't have... Okay, never mind. These Hellcrows have a lot of HP. The bats are not that bulky, though. They only have instinct. 1 to 4. Hellcrows are also 1 to 4. We can really outrange them. The eyes are 3 to 6, though. Or up to 1 to 6. Only 1 bomb. Gumi has a spell card. Blocking, support, defense, guard, ignore size. Not that great range. Dialect chapter last night was you have a cool rage mode, we don't get to use it. Fortunately, that is how it is. Why are you a 2.0? Why can't you be a 1.5? Concert tickets. Ooh, we can get some concert tickets. And an end shooter. The end shooter's whatever, but the concert tickets is nice. Fail support attack, pattern type. Ooh, pattern type. Vigor, persist, bullseye, triumph, faith, valor. Persist is great. We like that. And persistent bullseye is very good. That's a solid view of things. 1 to 7. Okay. What about you? Guard, persist, focus, attune, assail, assault. Not great. Not bad, but not great. Who can we one-shot? Who are the execution targets? Probably some of the crows. Pew pew pew! How dare you mere crows attack us, Crow Tengu? Hey you, you're in my way, scram! What, you're ignoring me? Please be careful, hell crows aren't the same as surface crows. They're physically stronger and their favorite food is carrion. I'm opposed to cannibalism. Maybe I could take one home for leftover disposal. No way. Don't waste perfectly good food on a crow. It's time for chat, people. Here it comes. I appreciate it. Yeah, she doesn't have bullseye. That's what I was leaning towards. Like, you generally really want that accuracy. Great job, Kaguya. Right, you have up to 5 now with your thing. Okay. Ooh, right. You don't have the best accuracy. Should have switched to Hina. Okay, hold. Here we go. Skadoosh. We can connect one with the bag. No, just kill this one. We hit one of these, right? Nice, okay, boom. +1 for Aku, baby! Who wants to go where? You can go this direction. Help out Aku. Patchy can... Right, I have a bunch of suppliers now. I guess if Aaron and Aku go up above, Patchy should go below. Saku this way. I keep the boat like here. I'm getting booked! Or they're getting booked, actually. What am I saying? I think they're all moving up. I should have guarded on the previous hit, but I didn't. Yep, okay, they're all attacking Patchy, and she's taking 0% damage. I forgot to take off the block. Yeah, it's a lot of Danmakus. Rush them. Why do I not have support defense? Daisei is literally sitting right next to you. Is Daisei not blocking? We got Fury on Aku. Okay. Prism River's on their way to be the absolute goats, like usual. Nothing new here. I should have just guarded and taken the damage. It's really weird that... Let's go! Huge, huge. Oop. It's naive to think they'd just let us through if we explained ourselves. Suppose this is what Yuka meant when she was talking about the seeds that had been planted. All sorts of bad luck has piled up here, leaving it full of strange misfortune. You're talking like it just kind of happened. It was you, Surface Yokai, that dumped all this stuff here, wasn't it? Hey, you polluted the river first. You even know how much of everyone on the mountain suffered because of that? Oh, you're that Kappa. Yeah, I don't do that whole playing nice thing. It doesn't sound like she's gonna hear us out. Hey, Surface, I know Royal Yokai will never get along. Don't you have friends you get along with? Who are you? I'm Wriggle, a bug yokai from the surface. On the surface, we bugs get by by helping each other out. If you're a bug yokai too, then surely. That's just the opinion of a brat who can't survive without leeching off others. Where does some know-nothing toddler like you get off calling yourself the same as me? How about you stop talking like you know the first thing about us? That wasn't... Thanks, Luna. What the fuck was that? The book follow-up, too? Huge. Beautiful job. Yeah, if she insulted Wriggle, absolutely. We're going to destroy them all. Figure out how it decides where you yeet Luna's star. No, I don't know the details. Okay, that was 8k 8.6k damage. 8% of the time we kill every time. Nice. It should just kill very easily. Well, let's hold there. Separate here. I've noticed that the Lunasa, Merlin, and Lyrica tend to split in will they split like here and here, or like here in this situation they split here and here, but because there's someone in the way, it puts Lyrica elsewhere. Tends to go like corner and then corner with Lyrica and with the Prison Rivers. Not as sure about the Bakas. It probably just kills. 1.5x damage. Woo! Yeah, it sure did. This also probably just kills. Woo. They're pretty good. But your power requirements are so low. It's wild to me. Yeah, kill that one. Pew pew! Oop, another one. Look at her, up to 7. Dude, she doesn't even start with the 40, like, something kills that the other. She has to go all the way from the ground up. Spin on him! Easy. Yep, seems good to me. Casual 9,000 damage. Yeah, let's hit this 72%. It's interesting because from my experience, it feels like that the Bakas are like stronger when they're separate, and the Prison Rivers are stronger when they're combined. Very important we do that to make sure that Luna's getting the kills up to 109. She's close to passing Marissa. Oh, it's because it's trying to split on Yuko. That's where it's trying to split. Oh, nice. Yep, that just killed. Beautiful. The extend. Euchers. You can do something. I shouldn't have done that. That was foolish. Eat everyone! Oh, right, because Susty's here. A lot of boat damage. Guess what? Get persistent. Yep. Just click the funny attack that deals 9,000 damage. My favorite pastime. Pew! Pew! Oh, Kasuma's on the move! Watch out. Great job, boat. See, what does that do? Yep, that's 6k. Oh, just from Luna. Okay, here we go. Boom. Star 8.8. Nice. That bullseye, just pick up a kill for sure. Right, you already did that. Great dodge, we love that. Actually, you can kill you. You should be able to hit one of those attacks. Yep. And then actually, I want you to come here. Do the thing where we do this. Juice you guys up with XP. Wow, Kosuzu's high level. Holy based, girl. Sure, you know what? Let's give Qua a kill. It's not something I do that often. Some things will kill, but if it does, then Qua gets another one. Good chippage to allow for a nice Aku kill. The fact that she's approaching a Yamame is not. 40k HP, 37k HP, not bad, not bad. Oh, right, because he's blocking. She's with all damage taken. That's annoying. Let's bait them up here. This is where they're coming anyway. Oh no! Do I want to rip an entombing? Yeah, let's do it. Aaron, I want this handled now. Nice 3k crit, Kaguya. Tell me the crow tanked that? The destruction of the universe looking over there? Oh, I didn't guard breeze. I thought I guarded. Sorry, this turn. Yeah, it was the last turn I guarded. Oops. Nice counter. That totally did stuff. Yeah, let's click focus. Good news is the bats don't have a ton of HP. Fine, Sakyu can get a kill. I'll let her get one. Ooh, gatekeeper level 4. Not bad. Yeah, see if we can't get some damage. Now that we've closed the distance, I wonder what sort of attack she has in store for us. Even from the surface. If you had just gotten lost, I would have had a warmer welcome for you. But it's your bad luck that you were traveling with these surface yokai. I think I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Good grief, I knew us coming along it could only backfire. But yeah, everyone, you might be starting her attack. Why are we Dude, we have fucking Kaneko, Suwako, Yukari, and we're scared of Yamame? This might be the first time I've seen so many surface yokai at once. I gotta pull my weight and fight like Yamame. Hello, Buggo. Like his hunt hell under level. Yeah, but the thing is, levels aren't like that relevant in this game. Like they're relevant, but they're not that relevant. Who's this yokai anyway? The avatar of a bucket? No, she's an extremely terrifying yokai called the Surube Otoshi. When you're walking along in dark nights, she'll suddenly fall from above and hit your head. That is pretty scary. It's like quite a performance for someone who looks and acts so shy. It's like you're not taking me seriously, but I'm an underworld yokai too. Lay your guard down, your head will be feeling it in the morning. Why are you looking like that? Step from above! Someone has to do it. You tell me then. That did 0 damage. We love blocking. Minus 20 all stats, that's fine, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Oh, that crow's not moving at all. Kill this top one because it's harder for other people to kill. Should kill as long as you hit. Yep, sure did. Beautiful. You can't quite get to the Aaron. Right, you have no movement. You good enough to kill one of those bats by itself. Maybe not with that damage modifier. Be able to kill this one though for sure. Okay, nope, that was definitely overkill. Could killed that front one. Really, Luna? Serious came down here before, too, right? Yokai spotted! Keep your eyes forward, everyone. No, Sonny, shouldn't we be looking up? She's supposed to drop down on us from above with her bucket. Good thing I have a helmet. Hey, not fair, Luna. Give me one, too. No, I only brought one. Such good friends. It makes me feel a little bad about spooking them. Beautiful. Huge damage. Etsuki. Why does Luna have a helmet? That's a good question. There's only 2 basic bitches left. Okay, Qua, you come down here and zoop. Be a good level. Get Saki another kill. Okay, this we definitely. Yeah, she hasn't acted for the turn. Okay, we'll abuse her next turn. I never get hit by a 5%. Disease, huh? No, I'd call it a feel-good experience. Seeing someone stuck in bed all day gets me worried. Look, I'm not going around spraying disease willy-nilly. Do you ghosts even get sick? Good point. Why was I worrying about this again? I can't do anything against the brush. Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm more concerned about the guarding right now. The fact that she's not attacking from a distance and reduces all damage. But the thing that I am looking happy about is that Kurumi kind of shuts down her guarding, her defending. Being sick isn't happy at all. Happy? What kind of nonsense are you coming into the underworld spouting? Maybe you're battling for the surface. Being happy has nothing to do with either the surface or the underworld. Do tell him, Merlin. Don't have any regen effects. No, they don't. Okay, let's get the goat out here. Hello there. Hello to you too? Dude, it's my first time talking to a girl from the netherworld. I'm so nervous. It's great for the surface. What should I talk about? The goats. You dodge it 33% every time. If you don't, it's also not that end of the world. You didn't dodge it. You failed me. Just click some buttons, see if anything hits. Pew, pew. Not bad, not bad. Some damage. Click the funny button. From you, it seems like all sound is being absorbed. Huh? Sound? Just get sucked into your depths, never to return. That's how deep-rooted your experiences are. Huge damage. Here comes the bird. Might as well spend some of my stuff with Hina, because I'm going to be bringing out Kurumi shortly to break some Sabbath. Said earlier that the surface had forced all of its misfortune underground, but attempting against Sokia's misfortune is my duty as a misfortune god. True. Looks like you could take care of the misfortune that's already built up. What about the sources of that misfortune? Not even you have the power to do anything about those. Actually, if these people are willing to aid me, then... Nice. Excuse me? Why are you trying to bully, Aaron? I don't appreciate that. Why are you attacking? Oh, because Aaron was already low HP. That explains it. You can't get up to get in range of that, unfortunately. Ah, you have pattern type. That sucks. Okay, so here's what we do. We switch. We laser Kasume. Sense to make sure it triggers. Sense with you, just make sure you hit. Hello, Kasume. I'm Kurumi. Huh? You introducing yourself? I'm a bit shy myself, so I'm just happy to meet someone like me. We should go to the surface and look for ant colonies to kick out there sometime. Ants? We're gonna go explore an abandoned well or something. A well, huh? That sounds fun, too. Greatest conversations. She's been cursed. Okay, how about we trust up Aaron a bit? Aaron's kind of having some muff issues right now, though. Fortunately, you're not in a spot where you can actually do a whole lot with your stuff. That is tragic. Okay, easy alert. Focus. Okay, you can restore MP to all lives. Focus, Fury. I don't think we're gonna break either of them this turn. I just want to get them low. Your sound is the sound of a bucket. What? Like bong, a great sound. If you have buckets in the bath, they're like drums. Did you not involve me in your rambling? What is this dialogue? I love guard. This is dialogue besides peak, I should say. Never kills. Yeah, so she's low. I don't have to do anything to her. Yeah, let's blow those boys away. Okay, click Valor, because why not? You were called Yamame, I believe. Phantom from the surface? No, a ghost? There's one thing I'd like to ask you. How do the yokai of the underworld feel about the sages of the surface? Huh? Depends on who you ask, but... Sages are basically the ringleaders who decide to cut us off. I doubt you find anyone down here ready to play nice with them. Suppose that makes sense. Oh, nice. Good damage, good damage. Chip here with Aku. Nice, nice. The bow move into a bit of a different position. Guys, say I want you to not kill the bird because you can't get close enough. You guys kill the bird. I can do MP recovery next turn if I need to. It's not acted. Right, you haven't acted. Well, I don't really want you to do much. This won't kill. It could very well kill. It's not quite perfect. Beauty level 5. If I want to do healing-based shenanigans. This also probably won't kill because she's too bulky. Yep. I don't necessarily want to break the Sabbath here. Wow, she's evading, and I still have 100% accuracy. You don't have much SP, Kosuzu. I have now noticed this. Nice. I can see why you're willing to just brazenly march into the underworld. What a tough opponent. This is the power to me. What do you mean, Momiji? Is a fucking, like, spider versus Sage of the Surface, the genius of the moon, the fucking princess of the netherworld, what? It's very dangerous why we sealed these yokai in the underworld. Yamame's abominable powers, one we could never permit on the surface. Makes sense. It'd be awful if there was an epidemic on the surface. You even hear yourselves? We're just minding our own business, living locked up in the underworld. For what? Were we supposed to consider you merciful for not completely exterminating us? Nobody said that. Yeah, you should consider us merciful, because I could blow you into smithereens. Mame, do we really have to fight? So I'm giving up to talking to her, Wriggle? I just can't imagine her as a bad yokai. We're all yokai, so we should be helping each other out. Crying out loud. How naive can you get? If we did act all chummy here, it wouldn't make the history between the surface and the underworld just disappear. Eventually, things would get out of hand, and any friendships would get abandoned. You're saying that one or two people getting along isn't going to meaningfully change anything? Of course, there's no such thing as hope down here. Let me show you just how deep this abyss you're peering into goes. Ability and armor minus 60%, weapon attack minus 650. That's annoying, but it's fine. She has a ton of HP, but she's also just her. Good Fury to be safe. Well, it depends how she gets a block. Nope. Nice. Beautiful job. Oof, you're strong. They even have a yokai in a bucket. I knew the underworld would be entertaining. What do you think of taking this bucket back with us to decorate the mansion with? It wouldn't match our other decor, so I think something else would be more appropriate. Crazy rare find, though, so I bet we could sell it for a lot. Underworlders may be vicious, but the moon crew would give them a run for their money. He's an earth rabbit, maybe a moon rabbit, but I have good sense to know. Wait, the moon? There are people on the moon up there, too? Yes, but until recently we've been hiding ourselves. Wow, I had no idea. Maybe that you're curious about the surface? No way, we're getting along just fine down the underworld. Once I go to the surface, I could hang out here with Yamame. That's way more relaxing. Looks like the underworld yokai are no strangers to burning friendship. That's exactly why we're gonna protect our homes. Yeah, only 3 turns on all these. Gotta know, of course. You cannot move anywhere. Impassable, one of my favorites. Was your range up to 7 now? That's annoying. Sense. Oh, you don't have enough range from there to hit with that. It's cringe. I guess because of that, I might as well go like here. %1 chance to take damage. Huge damage. Beautiful. Which all my offense is reduced because of Maiden. That's fine. Click battle on the turn that I'm clicking Fury. Huge damage, love to see it. Where are your splits? Awkward, but not the end of the world. Okay, nice 4K, we love that. Yeah, let's Valor and Fury. How much damage is this gonna do? 10K, beautiful. Love to see it. I love how Killer Dog reduced like that from here. You dodge these every time. I mean, I guess I can just click it. Blast, it should do a lot. Yeah, the block is annoying. Okay, this is the turn I'm going to Board Eye. Brush hit, go and get her low. Right here. Should have attacked with you first. That's fine. Okay, this should get another, what, 2K, hopefully? Yep, basically. Oh, you can Horde Eye and still do things. Ooh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I don't think this will kill. Let's still click it. Not quite. Tsuchigumo, an archetypal underworld yokai possessing a very loathsome power. Strongly suggest that you be careful to avoid letting Sakuya capture. I strongly suggest you be careful to avoid letting Sakuya capture. Huh? Where are you going with this? I couldn't take it if she caught you and served you up as a delicacy. Tsuchigumo aren't healthy to eat. I already know I'm unhealthy. You could just not eat me. Oh, right. I guarded, but I forgot to take this off, so now she's just taking the damage for no reason. That's a great animation. Great damage on her. Sure. If we kill, then we kill. Let's lock just in case we do kill. Okay, we did kill. Eep! You okay, Kasume? Yeah, his bucket's pretty sturdy. Looks like looks like that's it for me. Sorry, Yumami. On one of these, splash lasers, boom, click the button, click sense. Oops, I should have scanned first. And let's start just quickly bursting through her. Yep, nice 6k start. So this is what Tsuchigumo looks like. I should get a closer look. If I get closer, you're one reckless human. Scrawny girls like you easily succumb to diseases, you know. No need to worry. I do hate to suffer, but I've got Aaron. That's supposed to mean Skipper's was touched in the head or something? I mean, Kage is a bit of a curious one. Man. You gotta give Umami some credit there. Play is... I don't think we go for the kill here. Actually, I probably could get the kill here. Because, like, how much damage is this gonna do? If you'll pardon my boldness, doesn't the term Tsuchigumo basically mean dirt spider? Isn't that demeaning? Humans use terms like that, but usually only in a depreciating way. Deprecating Well, are you sure? Just what I expect from a human. Oop, I pressed the wrong button. Past dialogue. Teehee, I'm quirky. Ow, nice 20% accuracy, my beloved. Wait, I can 100% kill her here. So might be. Yep, nice. Huge damage. You already know who's getting the kill, by the way. And no, it is not Daisei. Wait, you want to see something stupid? And then they're all at full. This won't kill. Okay, that was big damage, though. Okay, it's machine gun, because the machine gun will not kill. Might as well click gain just for the little bit. Tsuchigumo, I wonder how she'll approach. You and Marasa don't have many acquaintances in the underworld, do you? Well, we were sealed here. Couldn't exactly go out for a stroll. We can still sympathize with her in the sense of being an oppressed yokai. We're originally surface yokai. Wonder how they feel about us. Okay, a little bit of chip, a little bit of chip. Nice, level up. Wait, she got something new. We got Valor. Neat. Okay, I don't have to do anything more. Yo, look at Aku with that brush. Make sure we click alert because she has pattern type. Okay, gain. I need to bless. Sanai might just pick up the kill here. Not quite. Story. You got it! Look at that XP! Holy base! And we got some concert tickets. Ah! Well, I guess I am up against the Yokai Sage and her entourage. Yeah, you're up against, like, just a bajillion, like, gods. Yamami! I got outfought by surface yokai. I must really be losing my touch. Did well, but our teamwork pulled through in the end. You know, you've been ranting about the surface this, and the underworld that. None of that stuff matters to us. My job as a human to exterminate yokai who do anything bad. That's it. Plus, I'd like this to be the last time we fight. So again, you're wasting your breath. The rift between the surface and the underworld is too deep to allow what you want. Maybe. You'll never know if you don't try. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, and you don't either. The future? Have you considered what comes next? Fine, whatever. Do what you like. We fought, you won, so I'm not going to get in the way of this investigation of yours or whatever. Thank you very much. In that case, we'd like to ask a few questions about the vengeful spirits. Which place in the underworld seems like it would have spirits popping out of it? No clue. All I know is that nothing strange has been happening down around here. Vengeful spirits don't really hang around near the entrance anyway. That's so. I suppose we'll need to proceed deeper in then. Then you ever heard anything about any kind of spirit incident? Or anyone manipulating the spirits? Not ringing a bell either. How about you, Kasume? I don't know anything either. If you want to know about spirits, then you should ask someone at the Palace of Earth Spirits. They handle all the spirit management stuff. So it comes to the Palace of Earth Spirits after all. We should get moving then. You don't have time to relax. Well, you may have had a good reason. I'd still like to apologize to you two for trespassing in the underworld. Didn't I tell you, do whatever you want? Sounds like you were telling the truth about that spear problem, too. Look at him even more dangerous up ahead. Good luck. Thanks for the warning. Shall we get going? Like they're gone. Those yokai weren't as bad as I expected. Not you too, Kasume. They're from the surface, you know. Yeah, it didn't seem like they hated us or anything. The Firefly girl was talking like she wanted us to be better friends in the future. Or, geez, she sounded. Her eyes were serious. Never thought I'd hear someone seriously talk about the future for the surface and the underworld. Maybe the surface yokai are a bit different from how they used to be. I don't know about that. I want to keep an eye on what they're up to. This is only the first stop in the underworld, after all. How exactly was planning on resolving this spirit incident of theirs? I don't know, beating everyone up. Usually seems to work well. At least we made it through. Given who our opponent was, I'm worried we brought back some germs. If anyone's feeling of sorts, speak up. I've mixed some basic medicine. Oh, that's good to hear. It's great having a capable doctor with us. Very reassuring. But everyone, please wash your hands and rinse your mouths, just in case. I have a fragile constitution, and any kind of illness would be very unpleasant for me. Seem tougher than you claim, though. You think so too, Patchouli? Dude, we gotta feed her the monster called Aku. Still, I can't believe we got tag teamed by a pair of yokai. The underworld doesn't mess around. What the fuck? That's. Do you know how many times we fought multiple enemies, Ellie? We're gonna have to keep fighting without rest from here on out. She has like multiple health problems. Sheesh. Aki's the one that suffers, not Patchy. We're uninvited guests. You should be prepared for at least that much. The underworlders seemed nicer than we'd heard. Mom even told us all sorts of things in the end. Heard they were nothing but bad news, but now that we fought, I'm wondering if there's more to them than that. Corey, you look like you're thinking about something. Yeah, I've actually lost a bit of confidence. What do you mean? It's true that the Tsuchigumo have been a real pain to the Kappa. But after hearing Wriggle and Yamabe's conversation, I'm not so sure that the current status quo is all that great. You thinking that maybe you could get along better, regardless of your history? Yeah, exactly. Never even considered being friends with the Tsuchigumo before. That's because in Mountain Society, try to follow rules to the letter. I mentioned something similar, that even if a few people's attitude changed, it wouldn't affect the bigger picture. It's precisely because she knows how deep the gulf between us is, that she has no hopes for relations with the surface. That doesn't mean we have to hate each other, right? Exactly these sorts of grassroots movements that sow the seeds for... Understand your feelings, we should focus on resolving the incident. Shut up before I whack you on the head. Matters between the underworld and the surface aren't easy to make judgments about. My. Sounds like they're talking about complicated stuff over there again. Yukari always gets like that whenever people bring up the underworld. Like she's tense, like there's no room for fun banter. This goes to show how seriously she takes this, I'm sure. But she's soured on all relationships with the underworld. I mean, they've been making things pretty hard for her. No, I'm sure that's not it. But Yuko? What exactly do you mean by that? I think it's pretty apparent that this underworld matter is troubling her deeply. Perhaps so, but if she truly didn't want them around, she would have shunted them off to the outside world. But she hasn't. I think that's because she still considers the underworld to be part of Gensokyo. So she's being overly cautious with all this because she's concerned on their behalf? Why does she just say so? Simple enough to understand. And again, it is a habit of hers to try to take on tough problems all by herself. Yes, and that's why our best options here are being supportive or taking actions from the sidelines. It's Yukari we're talking about. What could we even do for her? I've never even thought about that. Sonny, you just keep being you. How about rethinking our relationship with the underworld? Can't just leave that up to someone else. As part of this investigation, we have a stake in that relationship. Looking at it from another angle, isn't this an opportunity to see the relationships from both ends with our own eyes? If it is, sign me up. This humble reporter has her notepad ready to go. Fine, don't forget why I came down here in the first place. We're into the Palace of Earth Spirits next, right? Ask about vengeful spirits? Alright, wish we had a map. That's the problem, then I can lead the way. Palace was that away, I think. Okay, 118. Yep. Or Suika. Did forcing Suika on take anybody else off? It doesn't look like it. Unless I'm blind. But I don't think I am. What's Luna up to? 111. She's getting close to Marissa. Look at the prisms. 82.99. Lynn's catching up. Actually, Star's also at 103. Look at my girl Aku. She's at 10. Let's go. Huge. Unlock 50% of the library. Unlock 10% of Gensokyo Chronicle. That. During her conversation with Ai and POFV, the Tengu says that Yuka might make for a good article, which Yuka responds that she's at least a few years too early to be acting like the paparazzi around her. Because of that, she didn't appear in Shoot the Bullet, or Bohemian Archive in Japanese Red. Everyone hoped for her to show up in Double Spoiler since it was 4 years after POV, but and she still hasn't shown up since. Shanghai! Shoot with a goat. I think they have a lot of actual camp stuff in here, too. I like how they actually, like, reference things, and they talk about things, even if it's not, like, necessarily how they say Mystic Square is where the idea that she's Shinki's daughter comes from. Well, she is known as Gensokyo's fastest. That's a moniker Aya gave to herself. This is a general term for powerful fairies. It's not her real name. Also, when she appeared as the mid-boss of the Great Fairy Wars, mercilessly raining down on Danmaku, fans were excited in more ways than one. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Interesting stuff here. Oh, suddenly opening up all these things is unlocking me a bunch of achievements. Wait, what was that one? Right, that showdown one took 37 turns. Okay, anything I want to do here real quick? What did I just get for equipment? I got show tickets. Who wants show ticket? I could just give it to you. You know what I might do? I'm gonna go back to Sunny here and re-give her reflection. What I am also curious about. Yeah, because you got a bunch of PP there. Enough for a belief. I think that's good. We want you to be able to deal damage. You already ignore size. I don't have to worry about grabbing that. So just give you belief. Before anything else, we also have... I could juice up her, though. Very tempting, Amy. Very tempting. We gotta give it to Daisei, though. Pop up her damage. Very important. So over here, let's just juice up these girls' damage. Wait, did I equip the thing? Yes, I did. Okay, let's, I don't know if I'll finish this next map, but let's start it. Takia, bring me some sugar. Right away, mistress. Does anyone else need anything? I'll have another cup, thanks. Me too! I'd like some tea snacks myself. Some nice Western-style ones. What's wrong? If you don't have any, then I wouldn't mind waiting while you make them. Please not subject Sakia to your whims. You're already forcing your way into our group as it is. If you need something done, you can just ask one of your rabbits. How petty! I wouldn't have said anything to you ordering with my Nabas around. Maybe we should take some home with us if you're offering. Having more hands isn't necessarily better. Huh. Looks like this is where everyone was. Seems that way. Because they never forget to stop for tea time, even at a time like this. Good work, girls, patrolling the ship. Yep, having a meeting in the bridge, though, so shouldn't you be there? Meetings bore me. Let's just leave that to the people who care to take charge. They can handle the tedious stuff, leaving the good parts for me. As long as there are enough people, taking shifts to rest is important. Don't relax too much, though. These underworld yokai aren't pushovers. Especially the Oni. You gotta be ready enough for one of those girls. Knock, knock, knock. Here comes Yugi. Ooh, I pressed the Windows button. Oni, I suppose I did hear mention that they live down here. You can tell from seeing Suika in battle, but even among yokai, Oni are considered one of the strongest races. Before they left the surface, humans feared them as the strongest kidnappers. They're so strong, weren't they rampaging on the surface? They had some friction in their dealings with the humans, and finally exhausted their goodwill. That's when they abandoned life on the surface and sought to live somewhere else. Sought out somewhere else to live. Then they end up in the underworld and built a brand new society. So they found a room to keep all to themselves. But if that's the case, then can't the Oni just head outside without a problem? They moved here themselves, after all. Suika lives on the surface like normal. Correct. Unlike the other yokai, they aren't sealed in the underworld. They may be strong, but they wouldn't endanger the entire village. But I prefer to live in the underworld along with the sealed yokai, then. And where in the depths of the earth could they possibly be? You can be as curious as you want, but you'd better not be actually thinking about looking for them. Yeah, especially since all the yokai down here want to chase us out. Let's treat this like hide and seek, and move very carefully. Strongest Onishi could take them. Snap. I'm getting no yokai readings, continuing lowering our altitude. Little by little, we've gotten pretty deep. I can't believe the underworld is this huge. Now I'm worried about how stable the surface's foundations are. Hey, Suika, will this really take us to the Palace of Earth Spirits? Directions are pretty vague. All you've been doing is saying this way or that way. You'll be fine. I know this place like the back of my hand. Keep going straight ahead and we should see a huge bridge. It's parsley time. Bridge? What's that bridge doing so far underground? It's something like a checkpoint leading to where most of the yokai live. A yokai known as the Hashihime serves as guard there. Yep, her power's a real pain. I guess her personality's even worse. You talk about the underworld like this is a novel experience, Suika. Even when we're sitting down for a drink together, you never talk about your past. Huh? I don't? And hey, it's like we hear much about what you were up to before you came to Gensokyo either. We both don't talk about our old homes. Doesn't that just show how much both of you treasure your current lifestyles? Enjoying yourself is all well and good, but could you please spare those uproars at the Mirai Shrine? Yeah, Suika makes the news just by hanging out on the Yokai Mountain. Oh, that's right. The mountain yokai have a hard time dealing with the Oni. That's because they used to rule the mountain before the Tenku inherited the job. Seeing your old boss show up must make things pretty awkward. Not like I plan to come back to the mountain or anything. You really shouldn't worry about it so much. Speaking of coming back, why did you return to the surface? Huh? What do you mean? Good question, actually. It's not like you were having a hard time down here, right? Well, yeah, duh. Used to party with all my Oni buddies. But I missed the sake on the surface. The stuff they make down here just isn't all that good. You gotta be kidding me! Well, I guess it's your kind of reason. Were you expecting something respectable? Once they've been lured by the smell of sake, both humans and yokai like to get noisy. And what makes me feel most at home, that's good enough for me. Well, I think I can understand. It's good enough for you. Whenever you're around all these other yokai show up, it's a real pain. Hey, it's not like I'm always gathering them. Sorry to cut the conversation, but looks like we'll need to be more watchful. I see a light in the distance. We should be coming up on that bridge any minute now. It's good. It's time. It's time. Why do we even need a guard anyway? Nobody ever comes here. I bet everyone else is lying down in front of a fireplace with a warm drink right about now. And again, if I were there too, I'd just be jealous of everyone else hogging all the fun. Yo, Parsi! Ah, Yugi. I love so much Parsi writing. Misty's Izakaya might be my favorite Parsi writing, but like there's so much that's just great. It's quiet as always here. You're bored, right? I also love an Artificial Dream in Arcadia when Subareko just gets her a cell phone. I'm fine. I'm used to being alone. So why are you here? Actually, don't even bother answering. I already know you have nothing better to do. You got that right. I was drinking in the neighborhood, so I stopped by to see your face. I got some hands on some good stuff. Want me to pour you some? Ooh, look at me. I get to come and go whenever I feel like it. La-di-da. I see Eddie R. She bites her scarf. True. I mean, she's got just peak content, like, across the board. Actually, I heard something strange in the bar just now. What about the groundwater around here is warming up? You know anything about that? What? Not really. Why? I heard something about hot water coming out from the well. Just a guess, but maybe they messed up regulating the temperature down the ruins of Blazing Hell. Certainly happened before. Lately, they haven't been making many mistakes, so maybe it is strange. I'm not sure, but as long as we can mix hot shochu out of it, we Oni are gonna be pretty happy. Yo, this is like 4 Parsi lines in a row without her talking about how she hates the world. Come on, can't you even go 2 sentences without bringing up alcohol? Oh, whatever. You're here to drink, right? I'll join you, but only for 1 glass. Just what I like to hear. I brought some snacks to go with it, too. What was that? Felt like the entire atmosphere shook. Pick up some auras I've never sensed before. Now I'm kind of curious. Let's go check it out. Onward! Percy's cute. Indeed. Just understand one thing, very important. Don't stick your dick in crazy. And Parsi is crazy. Cave opened up again. Wait, look at that, everyone! Back to the city, huh? This is where the underground yokai live? Nope, that's the old capital, where the Oni live. Right ahead is that bridge I was telling you about. Doesn't look like the guard yokai's here, so let's just slip in while we can and... Hold on, I'm getting massive yokai energy readings at... Whoa, what's that? Flying boat. Was this thing making all that racket? A couple of yokai showed up. Would those be the bridge guards? Looks that way. The slender one must be the infamous Hashihime. And then the heaviest one would be... Heavyset one would be... Wait a minute! I know that face! Are you familiar with her, Aya? Familiar nothing! What's your attitude around her too, Sanai? That's one of the 4 Devas of the mountain. The Oni, Yuki Hoshiguma. What? They have a the same group Suika's a part of? That really is Yuki. And that's Parsi Mizuhashi with her. Like someone on the boat knows me. That drunken voice, is that? Hey Yuki, how's it been? It is Suika. Long time no see. Suika, you said. You did always get along with her. Yeah, until she wandered out of the underworld a little while ago. What brings you here today? Don't tell me that stupid huge ship of yours is a souvenir. Nah, that's not it. We're just looking into something. Long story, but there's a dangerous incident occurring on the surface right now. If we don't do something about it, it will affect all of Gensokyo, not just the human village where we live. A human? It's not just an Oni on that ship? Yes, we're aware of the non-interference pact, but this is a state of emergency. If you let's investigate, we won't cause any trouble. You can't tell us that, just expect us to go, oh, okay then. We'll tell all the yokai in the old capital and kick you all back to the surface where you belong. You're telling me you're gonna stop the Prism Rivers? I don't believe you. Interesting, very interesting. So Suika brought humans from the surface with her. In that case, it'd be a huge waste to just send them back. What? What do you mean a huge waste? Hey, service people! Wanna sell this with a quick throwdown? What? Yugi, how can you make a commitment like that? Don't even be a fight, anyway. No matter how many there are, you'll just blow them away. Have a little faith. These are our first guests in a long while. On top of that, they're friends with Suika. Is that cool or what? Drinking and fighting are the flowers of the underworld. Come on, my fist is itching for this. There she goes again. Goodness gracious, she's gotten herself quite heated. Once Yugi gets pumped up, there's no reasoning with her until she's run her course. If we're gonna talk, it'll have to be through our fists. Only one way this is going. Good grief, guess I should have seen this coming. Defeat Yugi, defeat Yugi or Parsi on Yugi and Parsi on the same turn. How quirky. We got I got some crows down there. Spirit. Those spirits can get a little thing that we call Yuko cheese. Where Yuko holds out a piece of cheese and cheeses them. Fuck it, let's just use this one. Let's just let this go. Let's give Suika an item, I guess. I can take a frog. When in doubt, give him a frog. Great, no need of all things. This trip is just one disaster after another. Plenty won't get you anywhere. Just deal with it. Actually, communicating through a fight makes this simpler for us. If we win, you'll let us through and tell us everything you know. It's incredibly straightforward. Already playing that for after you win. Well, if you've got the strength to back it up, then I don't mind. And that's a promise, on the honor of an Oni. Crying out loud. You Oni won't let something go once you commit to it. You service folk just march right in, without a second thought, to your position here. Be brave or stupid, your strength will show which. I have them down there, nothing else down here. Various dudes, these guys are the ones with the map attack. Fortunately, I'm not too concerned about them. Okay. Shift tab menu. I have not clicked on the screen yet. Okay, partially. Oh, we got two of these guys. I'm not that concerned about these guys though. One spell, and it's a map attack. Using shotgun. Ooh, shotgunning. Predict support attack. P defeat. Jealousy and Jealousy Bomber. Two spells, no map attacks. Oh, wait, did you have an item? Nope. You're a loser. 46k, 43k. Oni, my favorite. Fail, break power hit, P hit. You're a 3.0 and you're a 2.0. Not that they're ever going to join my party. No, that wouldn't happen. I don't believe it. Iron Fist. They have some long ranges, which is annoying. Zoop. Zoop. See how much damage this does. Beautiful. Right, I should look at you, because, like, I actually have to use you. Go LL for a turn. Why are you attacking her? Blow them away! Sure, quick focus. See if we can't get some hits. I want them to attack Akio! Pew pew! Bows should be effective against the birds. Mailing's blocking this. Really? 97%? I love accuracy. Shouldn't be spending all the Lunas XP. Or SP. Oh, he's 50-50, yep. Keep getting with the brush! Oh, barely not a kill. That's tragic, bro. So, look how close that was to being a kill. Get Churno some love. Big damage. I didn't quite pick up the kill. I didn't expect it to, though. Splash laser should kill. As long as one of the hits hit. Yep, one of them did. Beautiful. Maybe greedy. If this kills, it should. Astronomical tubing is strong. Sure is. Killer doll with the focus? Maybe? See? Gotta be careful about getting Sakia too many kills. Is that Valor I see? What's Sakia's final skill gonna be? Which I was hoping to pick up some more of those kills with. Oh. Bridge over a chasm, is it? What a splendid view. Stopping to smell the flowers stopping to smell the flowers and great and all. Shouldn't it be is great and all? Watch out, there's a whole city of Oni down there. No, doubt they can see us at this height. Oh, they can. Seriously? We've got good eyes, and if they spot a fun-looking gang like us, the whole town might come up to party. He's right. Be sure not to pass above the chasm. I guess we gotta use the bridge so they don't see us from the old capital. What happens if I don't? What happens if I go over the chasm? My curiosity has been piqued. Bunchin. It's actually easier to move around with Hina because she has much more movement. Okay, it won't let me move over the gap. That's sad. Are you kidding me? Wait, you could probably hit from here, though. Okay. Yuko, you disappoint me right now. Wait. Aha! Wait, the fucking red one's blocking it. % of the time, this just kills. Beautiful. Can I see some more? Yeah, they only have one support defense. So now we can come through and pick this up with the follow-up attack. Take up 16k damage. Beautiful. Love to see that. Love this. You always evade these. Right. Separate. Let me go into the abyss. Oh, not enough to kill. What a shame. Yes, Star will have to pick it up. Okay, that was hella overkill now that I think about it with Star. Nice. 3 Fairies of Light level 4, because you're actually using that. Beautiful. These are basically common levels, so that doesn't really matter. Joop. You dodges. I was actually kind of hoping for it. I never thought we'd actually run the Yugi down here. You really do miss the underworld, Oni, don't you? Oh yeah, they're my buds. Of course, that has nothing to do with the investigation. By the way, thanks for not saying anything when I came back to the surface, Yukari. I appreciate it. What do you take me for? Come on, Suika. You're disappointing me. Right, you have infinite SP because I forgot Rally. They gave you the passive. Well, I guess I could spam the shit out of it. Out of this. That's not what I meant to click. Go, Yuko. Love to see her getting some love. Stupid fucking red ones are blocking it again. This kills you, easy. Star is at 105. Won't kill. Ooh. Accuracy. Right, post move 1 to 7 range is pretty cool. So now I could Swallowtail and boom. Get the one shot because that's a cool ability. I don't know if I should have you move up by yourself. Boom, nice. Oh, that one shot. The big 2 XP for healing the lower level unit. You never get hit. Easy, told you. Nice bunchin'. Great job, Daise. That's why you're the GOAT. Fine, you can attack Hina. I don't really mind. She could use a bit of XP too. That's right, we have Sense now on Kosuzu. But the problem is if I use Sense, then I don't really have a ton of SP for, like, cheers. Great job, Akio. That's why you're the GOAT. Makes sense, just to make sure we don't die. But that's overkill, but we're doing it. Okay, I'll kill every enemy that's not Parsi and Yugi, and I'll save them for next time. Can't move through the enemy. Oops. Death by Akio. Very important. She's up to 16 kills. Okay, we'll get her there. Opium. Oops. You don't need the kill. Who do we give the kills to? Give it to the boat. is good, quite good XP, which we do need. Fortunately, I cannot Yuyiko execute this last guy. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they're so high levels with the healing. Provides so much XP. Okay, they're moving. Pew pew! I love attacking from 5 miles away. This dude has no accuracy to speak of. Who would pick up the kill here? I don't think you can get close enough. I could just give it to the Prison Rivers again. I don't hate that. Great XP for Lunasa as well. She doesn't need it. I pressed the wrong button. Alright, finally a fist fight. Yeah, what an intense presence. She already seems strong just from that. Oh yeah, back when we were in the Four Devas, they called her Yugi the Strong. Those are one thing. When it comes to brute strength, even I might not be a match for her. What's with that? If I take a direct hit, I end up splattered on the wall. Oh come on, I wouldn't end it that fast. You don't get many guests from the surface. Don't be shy now. Come at me fair and square. I did not mean to do that, but we did. You surface yokai and your stupid Sunny dispositions. Sunny's down to the left. Eek, she's really glaring at us. You're already monopolizing all the stuff we don't have, so what else have you leeches come to take? You just strut around here like you own the place? Oh, I get it. This is the yokai of jealousy I've heard about. It's all dark and gloomy. Reminds me of you, sis. Not gloomy. What's with the banter? You two get along so well, it makes me so jealous. This is the Parsi dialogue I sign up for every time Parsi's around. If you're not gonna run, then my jealousy's gonna tear right through those bonds of yours. You know, for someone being supposedly so strong, I forgot to fucking take off Claw there again. Okay, we'll deal with this mess next time. Doing the game, thank you for playing. I'm sure you have a lot going on, so take your time. Hang in there, okay? Good night and sweet dreams. Thank you, Qua. Cool.